Hello, welcome back. The last time we met, we discussed raising boys to be emotionally stable so that they'll grow to be good husbands and good daddies. Today, I want to talk about continue. I mean, this is what this channel is about anyway. We're going to talk about the relationship between parents and children, some of the things that have caused strains in our relationship. Yesterday, I had a discussion with one of my children, and it was based off of I was speaking for my generation and saying, look, your generation, the way you see us is not fair. You accuse us of emotional blackmailing. You accuse us of causing trauma in your lives. Everything is my parents did this, and then she countered. She was like, "Your generation, you don't understand." So I decided I was going to talk about this. One of the points that she raised is the fact that culturally our mindset is different from their mindset. We grew up in Nigeria, which is a totally different culture from the Western culture, and because they grew up here, a lot of times we've talked about this. Most of them were birthed here. Most of them were brought here when they were younger. And the ones that were even brought here when they were younger, they adapt into the system because they go to school. They adapt the culture. And one thing that she had talked about before, not even yesterday, is the fact that we don't understand the challenges that they went through being children of immigrants, being raised in this culture, because there's a different mindset that our parents have, and then when we are immersed in the school system, and it's a different culture that we're up against. And honestly, that time when we had that discussion, I took a step back and I'm like, we never talk about this. So yesterday she was like, a lot of times the issue is called our own cultural mindset, our generation, my generation, a cultural mindset, because we grew up in this culture. We do things this way. And she said, culture is the thing that anchors a lot of things. It anchors education. Good example. We had talked about that before. I want you to be a lawyer. I want you to be a medical doctor. I want you to be this. I want you to be that. Meanwhile, have you sat that child down to say, you know what would you like to be? And you can encourage them. It's not you grooming them to be this. And the other thing that I say, whom has God called them to be? It is not what you have called them to be. Yes, society might say, if you're a doctor, you make a lot of money. In this day, today, influencers make way more than a lot of doctors make. So we have to be in tune with what is God saying, and also what into the today, in the today, what is going on, what is what is what kind of what do you call it would they get into that would be profitable for them. It's not anymore that you have to go to med school, or you have to go to law school, or you have to go to pharmacy school. I'm a pharmacist, and I would not advise anybody to go to pharmacy school in today's day. And that's what we're saying. We have to look at today, what's going on today, to be able to say go into this profession. So we talked about education, we talked about marriage, very important. Culture also anchors on marriage. They're dating. We believe, okay, most of the time we feel like, okay, it's when you get married that you date, really. And even in that era, I can speak for myself. Dating for me is totally different from dating for them. When they say you are dating in my era, that means you and that person are together. In this era, when you're dating, you're not together. Oh. So we have to honestly take a step back as parents also and listen to them. And that was one of the things that I said to her. I'm like, this is what I mean by we have to have conversations. She's like, Mom, from a lot of my friends' perspective, the parents don't know how to have that conversation. Is it true that we don't know how to have that conversation? Is it true that it's either our way or the highway? Is that true? So, as parents, please, we should try to listen to our children, hear their frustrations. What are we doing that they don't like? What are we doing that is causing that strain in our relationship? It takes two to tango. May God give us the grace to agree so that we can work together. Thank you for coming along today. We discussed the things that are causing strains in our relationship with our children. May the Lord help us by His grace. May the Lord show us mercy by His grace. Thank you for coming. If you feel this is good, you've been encouraged by this, you've learned one or two things, please share this with your friends. Share it on your social media statuses or wherever, and let's continue to grow. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.